Fine. So I think my voice is loud and clear. Uh, at any moment, if you are not able to hear me, you can, just let me know, or you can type in the local chat, or you can, send me an IM so that I can check. So today we are going to discuss the topic that is kindness and mental health. Okay, and we all know that in Buddhism, kindness plays one of the most important role in Buddhism. Not only in Buddhism, in other religions as well. So in Buddhism, uh, we are supposed to show compassion to one another and not to other people. We need to be kind to ourselves as well. We need to be compassionate with ourselves as well. It's not only other people but our own self. And our own self is very important, like our mind, our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, or our emotional health. Because this body, this mind, we are using as an instrument to serve other people. Okay, and if I get sick, if we get sick, or if we become very hungry, if we become very tired, then we won't be able to serve, we won't be able to show compassion. I can remember Zen kind of memes. That these days memes are very popular, or you can say it's a kind of joke that one disciple is saying that Buddhist disciple is saying that my master is so advanced that he can spend days without sleeping and without eating. And another Buddhist disciple is saying that my master is so wise that he eats when he is hungry and he sleeps when he is tired. So the kindness is not only what we are showing to another person, or maybe another animal, maybe our mother nature, but at the same time we need to show it to ourselves as well. Now, compassion or kindness, uh, it's so important to have a genuine connection with one another in this world. Compassion or kindness gives us meaning, it gives us purpose, it gives us a sense of satisfaction. No issue, Samatha. Thank you so much that you could join, but it's fine, no problem. That is why I'm recording the session as well. So um, this compassion or this kindness is so important in today's world, because nowadays we can see that people have become very materialistic. People have become very selfish sometimes, in job, in business, in daily affairs. They're just chasing, they're just competing against each other. So compassion on kindness, practicing kindness is important to have a sense of purpose, have a sense of meaning, have a sense of happiness as well. I will discuss that when we practice compassion to other people and to our own self, how it affects our mental health and also our physical health. And I will discuss some research as well. So in my session, it has always been my uh, aim or goal to connect the teachings of the Buddha to the modern neuroscience and the modern positive psychology. So I basically try to connect the dot, and I try to talk about some research, some some facts which are backed by the modern neuroscience. So it has been found that when we practice compassion or when we practice kindness to one another, uh, it improves our well-being. It improves, our happiness. It improves our mood. Why it improves? Then that I will discuss later on. Okay, there is a reason that it improves our mood. There is a reason that we feel more happier. There is a reason. I will talk about the neuroscience of compassion later on. So it improves our overall self-esteem, and it reduce our stress. Okay, and all the things that I am saying, it is backed by research. If you are more interested, I can even share you the website link or the research article link, and you can gain deeper insight about those research. So I will start with one particular research which was conducted in University of Ohio. Am I pronouncing in a right manner? It's Ohio, right? Probably. I apologize if I make a wrong, or if I say a wrong pronunciation. Okay, Ohio. Okay, great. So there was a research conducted at Ohio that they took a group of people who were suffering with depression and anxiety. Now then what they did, they divided the total number of people into three different groups. So first group, they have put them into doing some kind of social activities, maybe some kind of interaction, some kind of uh, you know work together with other people, or maybe some kind of games or anything, you know with other people. So that was the first group. The second group, where they put those people, and they asked them to exhibit some random act of kindness to other human beings, or maybe to pets, or maybe to the nature. And the last group, they put them into CBT. I think some of you may know about CBT. It is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is used in you know in therapy. I mean, for people who are suffering with anxiety or depression, or other mental health disorder. Now, after few days, they have found that those people who were put into this kindness group, those people who practice some kind of kindness to other human being, pets or nature, they were more happier, and they were you know better than those people who were involved in social activities and who were put into CBT. Now, three groups found some benefits. Three groups found some uh, healing, but the particular group who were asked to show some random act of kindness, they felt better. I mean, their sense of happiness, their sense of well-being were better than two other groups. So this is one particular example which happened at the University of Ohio. And they have also found that those people who were put into this particular group, their attention was diverted from their own problem, from their own symptoms, from their own suffering, to a you know broader purpose, to help other, to developing a helping attitude to another human being. So most of the time what happens, we get involved, or we get obsessed, or we get entangled with our own sufferings only. But when we practice kindness, we see the suffering of another human being. And it's very true that when we practice compassion, we kind of connect to each other in a very deeper level. And there is a lot of quotes on internet or social media that we don't know what another person is going through. So the least that we can do is be kind, and that is very true. We all are suffering in some way. Maybe my suffering is different than your suffering. Some people are suffering mentally, some people are suffering physically, some people are suffering financially, some people are suffering for some from some relationship issues. Some people are maybe suffering spiritually. Maybe they're not able to attain nirvana and they're finding a little bit restless. They are they are kind of little bit irritated why I'm not getting nirvana. Okay, so we all are going through some kind of suffering, and that is one of the most prominent message of Buddha, that we all are suffering. But when we show compassion, it's not only help another person, but it also helps ourselves. Okay, uh, it has also been found through research that is contagious. That means that people who receives any random act of kindness, they are more likely to exhibit kindness to another, uh, to a fellow human being. And that is true. I mean, there are many videos on YouTube you can find out, and it has been researched that if you show kindness to another person, that person can show similar kind of kindness to another person, and it becomes a kind of chain reaction. I think many years before there was a movie in Hollywood. I think the name of the movie was Pass It Forward, or something like that. I forgot the name of the movie, but the concept was this, that when you help a person, he or she will help another person. So you become the change maker in the society, and it creates a ripple effect. Okay, so this is one example. Now there is another experiment which was done by Martin Seligman. Anyone heard about Martin Seligman? Okay, I'm just going to increase all of your volume, so in case if you speak, I'll be able to hear all of you. So I'm just checking if all volumes are at the proper level. So if you speak, I can hear you. Okay, fine. So Martin Seligman, he is considered as a father of positive psychology, and he's also a very prominent professor. So one day he went to the classroom and he said to the students that today we are not going to study psychology. Today we will go out, watch a movie, we will drink some soda, we will have some burgers. And students were very happy. Oh, today we don't have to study the boring psychology topics. We will go watch a movie and grab a burger. So they went to watch a movie and they had burgers and they had Coke, Pepsi, whatever they felt like. After that, they returned in the classroom, and Dr. Seligman asked them to rate their happiness. And the students, some student gave 8 out of 10. Maybe they liked the movie. Some student gave 6 out of 10. Maybe they did not like the movie. Some student gave 9 out of 10. Maybe they liked the burger. Some student gave 6 out of 10. So similarly, student rated their happiness on the scale of 1 to 10. Again, after 3 months, the professor Martin Seligman came into the class and said, today we are not going to have the class. And the student shouted, ah, again a movie day, we'll go have a movie and we will have some food. But Martin Seligman said, no, today we are not going to watch a movie. Today we will go to a place where some people live on street. I mean, kind of slum area in USA. This incident, I mean, this experiment took place in USA. So he said that there are some places in USA where some people live on street. I mean, there are some slum areas. So we will go there, we will have a talk with them, we will distribute some clothes, some food item, maybe some medicines. And the students went there and they, had a chat with them. They distributed those clothes, foods, and medicines, and the students could connect with those people in a very deeper level, and they felt glad, they felt happy that they could be, of some purpose, that it could be some kind of service, okay, to another human being. And they again returned into the classroom, and Martin Seligman said that now you rate your happiness. So most of the students gave 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. Okay. Then what happened after 3 months? So most of the students have started taking classes, usual classes. They started having exams. So after 3 months, Martin Seligman asked to compare both of the experience and give the rating about their happiness. Now, what happened? Many students forgot the name of the movie. Many students forgot what kind of burger they had, what kind of soda that they had. I mean, the soft drinks that they had. But no one forgot the experience going to the slum area and helping those people. So for the movie day, they give the rating, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, because most of the students have even forgotten that experience. But they have not forgotten the experience where, they went to the slum area and helped those people, and then also they gave 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. So he showed that the any act of kindness or any act of compassion have a long lasting effect. It has a long lasting happiness and satisfaction in our mind. Okay, so you can read about this experiment. You can search Martin Seligman, you can just Google him. He's a very prominent figure. He also has given TED talk, so you can check him out. Yeah, very inspiring person. So we discussed about one research and we discussed about one experiment. Uh, Now, if we talk about the neuroscience about the kindness, so it has been found, again, it is backed by research, that when we practice kindness, it leads to the boosting of, it leads to the boosting level of serotonin and dopamine. We know we have many neurotransmitters. So serotonin and dopamine are two most important neurotransmitters. There is also oxytocin. Okay, so they have found that when we practice any kind of kindness, it could be anything. It should not be a very mammoth act of kindness. It should not be very giant kind of act. Even the small act of kindness, it releases or it boosts the level of serotonin and dopamine inside our brain. And what does this two neurotransmitter do? It gives us the feeling of satisfaction. It gives us the feeling of well-being. It activates the pleasure and reward center in our brain. There are some brain circuitry which are responsible for pleasure and which are responsible for reward. So those part of the brain actually lights up. Also, sometimes it releases endorphins. Now, endorphins is another feel-good hormones. I think now you can relate, right? That when you practice a kind of, a kindness, or you practice compassion, why you feel good. So this is the reason that why you feel good. This is the neuroscience behind the kindness. So it boosts the serotonin, it boosts the dopamine. Also, it releases endorphins, and these hormones or these neurotransmitters are feel good hormones. Because of this, we feel good about ourselves that when we do something. And like I told you that practicing kindness improves our overall well-being, our happiness. It improves our mood, and these are the reason for which we do, and we feel a sense of purpose. Okay, now we have discussed about uh, the psychology of kindness and the neuroscience of kindness. Now the next question is how we can practice kindness. Okay, so anything we can do to help another human being, okay, or a pet or an animal or a mother nature. Okay, there is no such thing that only human being. We can show the act of kindness to all living being. Like I can see, some deers in this particular place. I think this place is known as a deer park. So in Buddhism, all the life forms are considered sacred and whole and important, just like we are. Not only in Buddhism, in other religions as well. Okay, so it's important that we not only include human being and exclude other living organism. Okay, now how we can practice the kindness? The first thing is, we should start small. It's not something that should pressurize you. It's not something that should make you overwhelming. So you can just start with something very small, maybe giving a glass of water to a person, maybe holding the door for a stranger, maybe um, you know volunteering in any kind of community, maybe donating for some good cause, whatever you can. Okay, maybe preparing food for your friends and family or your loved ones, any form of, yeah, smiling at a person, yes. So Sophie's right, because just like kindness, smile is also contagious, and you might see that if you smile at a person, the person also smiles you back, smiles back at you, no matter what kind of mental state the person is going through. Because smile is also a contagious thing, and it's a very joyful human expression. So if we are smiling at a person, it gives us a space of, it gives us a safe space, a friendly space, a compassionate space, and that is also important. Thank you, Sophie, for reminding about the smiling. And anything you can do, which helps another human being, which helps an animal, which helps the nature, the tree, anything you can do. Okay. Uh, so we should start small, but we need to we need to keep in mind one thing: we should not overdo. Because if we overdo something, then again it will make us feel overwhelming. We will feel burdened. We will feel um, like we have to do that, we have to do that. And if you have this um, I mean, what should I say? If you have this kind of feeling that I have to do that, then you will not be able to do this for longer time. Okay, so start small. You can show any random act of kindness, just like I said, holding the door for a person, preparing food for your family member, friend, smiling at a person, volunteering, donating a little bit of money for a noble cause. These are all the things you can do. One more thing that you can do, that is, you can practice a kind of meditation which is called loving kindness meditation. It is called metta meditation. Now this metta is a Pali word which has come from Maitri. So Maitri is basically means friendliness or friend. And in Buddhism there are two concepts. One is karuna, that is compassion, and the second is metta, that is loving kindness. And metta is better than karuna. Why? Because um, metta is basically trying to show love or help someone before they need help. So metta is actually better than karuna. But karuna is basically showing compassion or helping a person when they are in need. And metta, or the loving kindness, this is one of the sublime state in Buddhism, that you are helping someone or you are showing love to someone before even they need it. Okay, so there are many videos on YouTube about loving kindness meditation or metta meditation. Or one day I can show you, I mean, how you can practice this metta meditation. In on YouTube you will find some guided meditation on metta, like on metta loving kindness meditation. Like you can choose a 5-minute one and 10-minute one, and you can just visualize as the guided meditation progress. Metta meditation has some form of visualization which mindfulness does not have. But metta meditation or loving kindness meditation is a wonderful way to cultivate this this compassion into ourselves, and also to show it to another human being. So these are the way we can practice um, kindness. So I think we covered most of the part about psychology and neuroscience of kindness. Oh, I have already crossed uh, my slot. But now I can take some question. Feel free to ask any question or share your experience or your feedback so that I can improvise my session further. So anything is fine. And I also learn from you. This is the best part of the community, where we can learn from each other. So any question, any suggestion, any experience you would like to share, either you can share in the local chat, or you can speak, whatever you feel fine, and then we can close the session. I'm sorry that I took 5 minutes longer, but you can just, yeah, definitely. Listening to someone is also helping, lending your ear when a person is going through difficult time. And if we just listen to the person in a non-judgmental manner, in a very sincere manner, that is also helping. This is what counseling is. If you go for a counseling, the counselor listen to you in a non-judgmental manner, and that is a great form of helping actually. And he or she can feel a kind of mental support, that someone is there for him or for her, and that actually boost their mindset, that actually help them in indirect manner. Just your presence, just your time and your attention, it's a kind of gift you can give to another person. Like there are many gifts you can buy for people. Maybe a book, maybe a food item, maybe a watch. But there are two things that you cannot buy. You have to give it from yourself. That is the time and attention. Okay, Sophie is saying that Dima has done a short version of meta meditation which has focus on loving kindness for ourselves. That helps me if I am grumpy. But yeah, yeah. So you can listen to that Dima's meditation, the loving kindness meditation that Dima has taught. So you can check it. I come on every Saturday at 10, but I'm sure there are other facilitator as well who come on Saturday, but I'm not exactly sure. I think Dima or Sophie can tell you more about this. But yes, um, I mean I take a session here on every Saturday at 10 a.m. SLT. Yes, yes. So, yeah, you're most welcome, Sarin. Anyone else has any question? If you have any question later, then also you can ask. I'm very happy to answer your question in whatever way I can. I'm not very knowledgeable, but I try to help the little way that I can. I'm so glad, Dima, and it's a mutual feelings. And thank you for the opportunity to share the little that I knew in my journey. So I think if no one has any other question, we can close the session. And next Saturday, again, we shall meet, and we will learn something. And ah, I'm very glad that you found it useful, Neo. Um, so this Neo names, reminds me of about the movie Matrix. Keanu Reeves' name was Neo. It's a very spiritual movie, and which was based on some topics of Hinduism and Buddhism. Okay. I'll not talk about metrics, then it will take another 1 hour and you will get very bored. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining. And next Saturday we will come and we will discuss something related to our mental health, the positive psychology, the neuroscience, the psychology of the teachings of Lord Buddha. So it has always been my passion to connect the teachings with Buddha to the modern neuroscience, and most of our session are based on that. Okay, thank you so much, and hope to see you everyone next Saturday. Namaste for now.